Less than 100 meters separate the nostalgic Marivana restaurant and the trendy Williams. Both are in the Moscow district of Tverskoy. Both have the same owners, but they couldn't be more different. Williams is a fast-paced Italian restaurant with an open kitchen. It's a meeting place for the Russian capital's media profession, and it's one of the newest restaurants to open as part of the Ginza project, a restaurant company owned by Russian businessman Vadim Lapin.
The idea behind the Ginza project is that we open 10 restaurants in the same street, all of them equally successful, all of them completely different, but they all share the same concept.
The Italian head chef, William Lamberti, after whom the restaurant is named, has given the place a personal touch. The utensils in the designer kitchen were made especially for the restaurant, and the menu changes on a weekly basis. The aim is to make the restaurant appear to be an individual and independent business, not part of a chain.
Some people go to a restaurant because a particular dish is very tasty there. I don't want people coming here for one dish, but because there's just generally really good food here.
The restaurant is very popular with locals, and you have to book a table at least a week in advance.
There are lots of restaurants in Moscow, but none are comparable to this one with its great atmosphere and delicious food.
I think the reason for its success is head chef William. He's put his whole heart into this restaurant, and he pays attention to every detail.
The atmosphere in Marivana, only a block away, is completely different. The restaurant's theme is nostalgia, and it serves traditional Russian cuisine. It was one of the first restaurants set up by Vadim Lapin and his business partner Dmitry Sergeyev. After its success in St. Petersburg, the two men opened up a second Marivana in Moscow.
Part of our success has been because every Ginza restaurant has been opened in the right location. They all have exactly the right concept for the area they're in. My partner, Dmitry Sergeyev, has a perfect feel for it.
The two business partners have built up an empire of 62 restaurants in Moscow and St. Petersburg, and another in New York. From vintage decor to luxury interiors for wealthier guests, the chain spans the spectrum of interior design. Russian designer Vera Tatarinova is responsible for most of the restaurant's interiors.
I try to take everything in. For example, things I see on my travels or find in magazines or see in restaurants abroad. I feature all of that in my work.
Wono is located on the 29th floor of the Hotel Ukraine, and it's where Moscow's high flyers come to dine. A main course costs from €50 upwards, and the roof terrace offers guests a spectacular view over the rooftops of Russia's capital.
In the future, we will certainly do something else. Maybe hotels or luxury apartments. I don't know what we'll be concentrating on. Maybe we could start an airline. Anything's possible. But we began with restaurants, and we will always be opening new ones.
The next project will be another Marivana, this time in London. It's due to open in November. Vadim Lapin and his business partner are also planning a restaurant in Berlin. All they need is the perfect location.